water and the engine exhausts and draws a draft up through those strokes to cool the engine. That is being driven by Kibwachi, and I think he's going to give us a little demonstration on how to shift that tractor. It doesn't have a transmission. You literally have to slide the engine back and forth to get it in gear. He's going to pull a lever, see the engine shift forward. Then he has to push it back to get it in gear to drive the thing. Thanks, Henry. This is a big space cross motor driven by Ryan Hansen. 25-85 big cross motor. Since 1925.
Huh? Why did I get a vintage?
This is a 1952 Ford 8N. Owned by Russell Isola. We were getting to that. I just got caught in a laughing cramp here. Driven by Julia Johnson. Julia, are you going to pull in our tractor pull next year? This is a 10 horsepower Gibson 1927. Just a beautiful old Chevy truck with a gas tank in the back. I bet you gas wasn't $3.90 a gallon when they were hauling it around in that thing, was it? This is an International Harvester 806 in 1964. It's 100 horsepower. This is a Farball Cub, 1948 Farball Cub owned by Jason Wadeen. Nice running little Cub. He says his wouldn't stay running. This guy is Farball A. 1946. He lived over in Saginaw, Minnesota, over by Grand Lake. Painted, restored by his dad, Wayne Carey. Dano Carey, I mean, and Wayne ended up with that after his dad passed away. What they oil pull, they start on gasoline, run on kerosene, and the engine is filled with oil. And a Ford engine in it, owned by David Anderson. Nice little bombardier crawler. That running yesterday, he came and announced to me before we started our parade that is now a Minecraft. He used to go on to his father passed away, and now that's it. Is that a good tractor? Kathy Morris. This is an International 756 owned by Justin and Christina Dent. The first German diesel 756 off the they were sold up in Canada. This is a 1936 40 horsepower. It's called a Farmers Union Co-op number 3. That's owned by Orville Burke from Esco, Minnesota. This is a 1947 concept number 30 horsepower. Owned by Mike Johnson from Esco, Minnesota. Owned by my stepdad, and her dad bought it. He's now a driver of that tractor. Took it out front and came in here. That was our first raffle tractor. Kathy was just a visitor here. She bought a raffle tractor ticket, won that tractor, and became a member. And we've seen her being on the board of directors and doing everything under the sun since then. So, P.O. Lindemann. 1946. And when I say P.O., it's actually a John Deere P, but it's outfitted with orchard and sheet metal, so you can run that without knocking food off the thing. And he's driving a 1927 Whippet truck. That was donated to our club. It's a very, very rare truck. There are only a couple of them left. And we had to pull him away. Jeff is just a little bit too dusty. This is Orville Bird, 1968 Fleet 900. Minneapolis Halloween, great big piece of tractor with a full bone on the back. That is a great big John Deere. That's a dream tractor. That's about as far as
I'm lined up all the way back on the panel there.
Number 8, that is Rachel Bolton's 1958 720 John Deere. He's pulling a big bench behind that. 1958 720 John Deere. 28 Alice Chalmers Mule. When you got that tractor, you got the tractor, a tool kit, a certificate for a kidney transplant. Owned by Jeff Stone, driven by Angela Pass. One of the watching kids, her dad was Ken Watching, and it was Ken's idea to start this whole thing 51 years ago. And Angie and I have been here for every one of those 51 years. And I said, how old are you, Angie? And she says, how old are you? And I told her, we got in a big argument, and anyway, that's another story. But this is a Deb Losmal's 1944 Alice Chalmers B.
Crazy flyer.
The wind did us a favor. This is Jake Losmal's 19 Model 60. The 50 was what ended up to be, you won't forget that. That right there is a Watchie Family's Massey Harris Model G 4-wheel drive. And if you think 4-wheel drive tractors are a new thing, those are Massey Harris Model G. They were 4-wheel drive speed tractors. But this was a tractor that was on this farm, who is no longer with us.
I've seen it all over the place.
Built that water wagon out of a manure spreader and a fuel tank. To me, Gary, that you had fuel oil and fertilizer and get a bomb, wouldn't you? This is a 1953 Alice Chalmers Model T. Those were a 9-horsepower tractor. That's owned by Tom McGiffin from Rice Lake, Minnesota. Tom is a tractor puller. He goes to a lot of shows, tractor pulls, and has fun with his toys. The Model T was a very universal tractor that Alice Chalmers made small farms and carts. Collectors are crazy for them because you can restore them. They're real nice, valuable tractors. You can haul them on a snowmobile trailer. This is an Alice Chalmers Model B, 5 diesel. And collectors are really after them too. That's a powerful little tractor. 45 horsepower. WD-45, that's got to be an 8-inch. Aha! We caught you. It's a 2-inch, but we painted it gray and red because that just looks better. And what do you want for $1? Yeah. Huh? How can you not have a ticket to win that baby? I give that away as soon as this parade is over. There again, Rumley's started on gasoline, ran on kerosene, and the engine is cooled with oil. That gray box in the front has a exhaust pipe going in it, and it sucks the draft up through a set of plates that the oil is contained in, and that's what cools the engine. International 1.5-ton truck. I mean a 1930, I'm sorry, a 1930 joker, a bug they call them. When farms got in trouble with Ed is from Esto here. That tractor was just a wreck when he got it. He really did a nice job of fixing that up. 1936 John Deere Model A. 44 John Deere A, the difference between style and non-style. That happened in 1939. This is Kermit Nielsen's 1950 Massey Harris number 30. Beautiful restored old number 30 Massey Harris. Art, did Kermit come today? He's right over there. You didn't tell him what tractor, and the reason I can say that is because I didn't do it. The only thing I did was put the front tires on it. I bought that on the side of the road just the way it fit. That was a lucky find. Driven by Ryan Mickey from Esto. That, I'll think about it.
We'll line up before you see.
This was owned by the Humpers family, the 1953 Ellis Chalmers CA, and that's a real nice 59, beautiful running and beautifully restored little John Deere 430, 29.7 horsepower. How'd you do in the tractor pull today, Beth? Standard twin, that guy has, he said he thinks he's got over 20 standard twins. Jack Danielson from Duluth, Minnesota, 1939. He's been out here for years in his combine. It's a 1971 Massey Ferguson 410 combine. Rather than running the hose through a threshing machine like we saw down here earlier today, with a combine you can hold the field. Combine needles to help them run the machine. This is Ryan Hansen driving a 1949 Minneapolis Pauline VAU. And behind him is his dad, who once again is our president, Clint Hansen, with an old wooden-sided duck wagon. And he's going to demonstrate that here. Got wooden wheels, and with dump wagons like that, all of our roads, our railroads and mining and everything was done back in the good old days, pulled with horses or oxen. And he's going to give us a little demonstration with that right here. There, you dump your load in the middle of the road.
Walk away from that.
Crank her back up. This is a plug for the Lakehead Harvest Reunion. We are selling that straw at $3 a bale. You can pay at the potato stand. So if you want straw for anything, there you go.
Still lined up around the corner back.
Load of barley. A Cushman tractor. Well, there's Spencer Lee on one of my tractors. That's a 1936 John Deere Model B. That's what I did all winter last winter. 90. It's 28 horsepower on the drawbar and 90 horsepower on the belt. That's owned by the Hansen family. That was bought by their dad, Bob Hansen, and he had that out on their show for a long time, and he passed away, and they have it now. 28 horsepower Minneapolis. That's a big boost of the steam track. Esto, Minnesota. We found that steam tractor on a farm down in southwestern Wisconsin, and we bought that off the farm that it was delivered to in 1920. It was stored in a building for years and years with a boiler pumped full of steam injector oil. That boiler is just like brand new. We cleaned it out, we steam cleaned it, we did everything we could. This was years and years ago, and there's still oil coming up on the water cyclone up there. It's perfect condition. 20 horsepower Minneapolis. Built 1970. Hi, Katie. 1906, 20 horsepower Nichols and Shepherd. That's also owned by my son Joshua Ritchie from Esco. 1906, 20 horse Nichols and Shepherd. Has a ham headlight on the front there, as rare as antique. Driven by Philip Correndo, Josh's neighbor, and we were out in our traffic there yesterday, and he absolutely embarrassed the pulling sled by a full pull. I want everybody to give him a hand for a full pull with that John Deere Model B. A 1948 Chase PAC. Right, Ryan? Josh has been out at this Lakehead Harvest Reunion for 35 years. He didn't have a ghost of a chance. I had steam injector oil siphoned into his umbilical cord before he was born. So he was hooked before he even knew what was happening. He just bought that one this spring. He had that truck down here from Canada.